Hi and welcome back. Let's look at decorators in Python. In this video, we're going to look at simple decorators, and then we're going to move on to more complicated things. Decorators are higher order functions. Remember that those are functions which take other functions as arguments. And decorators return a function. Okay, so this is the important thing about decorators. You can have a higher order function that takes in another function and does things, but it won't be a decorator unless it returns a function as well. Okay, let's create a simple decorator. We're going to have a function called user has permission, and this is going to take a function as an argument. Remember, it must do this. And then it's going to do something like if user get access level is admin, return func. Otherwise, it's going to raise our runtime error, let's say. Of course, we are going to need to call this function. So let's do that. Let's create a function called my function that says return password for admin panel is 1234. Not a great password. And then we'll say my secure function is user has permission of my function. We need to create our user variable, so let's do that. User equal username, username is Jose123, and the access level is going to be admin. Okay, so what we've done here is we've created a user dictionary that has two properties, username and access level. We have a function called myFunction that just returns the password for the admin panel. Not sure if this would be a function you'd have in your programs, but nonetheless, this is just an example. And finally, we have this decorator. User has permission. This takes in a function. In this case, it's going to take myFunction, which returns the admin panel. And if the user's access level is equal to admin, it's going to return that function. And if not, it's going to raise a runtime error. Not the best error to be raising here, but again, this is just an example. So, my secure function, run it. And of course, this is going to return a password, so we're going to have to print it out. And as you can see, we get that the password for the admin panel is 1234. What if the access level was something else, like guest? What do you think is going to happen? Well, as you would imagine, the access level was not admin, so we raised a runtime error. Ideal thing to do here would be to create your own error, like not enough access error or user access error or something like that, and raise that instead. But as you can see, this is a decorator. A decorator is just a function that returns another function and takes in one as an argument. Okay? Normally, the way you'll see a decorator created is a little bit different than this. You'll see that you define a function inside it, secure func. And this function is the one that is going to check this and actually run the inner function there. And then you're always going to return secure func. Slightly different way of doing things. Now you define a function, and that function is the one that checks the access level and then returns whatever the result is from running the original function, my function. Then this user has permission returns secure func. So when you call this, what you get back is secure func. So my secure function will now be equal to this function here. Secure func. When you run my secure function, you're running this thing. If user get access level is admin, and then that's going to return running the original function in there. So again, if we run this, we now get none because the access level was not admin, and our function doesn't return anything, so it returns none. If we make it admin, now this function is going to return the result of running func, which is this. And there we have it. So this is the sort of normal way of running or creating a decorator. Okay? And whenever you want to make a function sort of secure now, all you have to do is wrap it with this decorator user has permission. And then your function will become secure, essentially. You're now checking whether the access level is correct before you execute the function. There are a couple of problems which we're going to look at in the very next video. Well, in the next few videos, in fact, which are that, for example, you still got my function, and now you have a separate function called mySecureFunction. You could run my function and then anybody could have access to the admin panel. So there's a couple issues with this code. We're going to be solving them throughout the section. So with that said, I'll see you on the next video.